if you guys can just take a moment and introduce yourself to everyone, I think that would be absolutely brilliant.
Thanks a lot, Udit. Thanks a lot, Minang, for getting started, building all the energy in this webinar right now. Thank you to all the attendees for joining us so fast and being so enthusiastic about the product. We have been hearing constantly about you guys from Udit and Minang that let's launch faster. People are waiting for us to come to the market, and we are very excited because of that itself. Right. So, having said all of that, we welcome you to this webinar, and I hope you find some value today. And that's the primary focus today, right? And to introduce myself, I am Hanuj Shirwani. I'm the co-founder and CEO at MihoLearn. I have my background in terms of teacher training programs and marketing. So that's what comes handy when building MihoLearn. So yeah, that should be it. I think if you have any specific questions, we'll be taking it on as it goes further.
Jamish?
Yeah. Hey, hi everyone. I hope you're all safe during this time. So this is Jimish. I'm CTO at MihoLearn. I take care of the tech things over here. I have built this soft platform like majorly by my own and my our team also. So yeah, we are very happy to share this first like lifetime deals, and by like under the guidance of Udit, obviously. There were some up and down, but we are there yet. So yeah, hope to have you on our platform soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for introducing yourself. Hanuj, you ready with your presentation?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, guys, I hope you have taken out your notes. You're going to be writing down the important points, the critical points, because you will always find good golden nuggets from all of these founders. Because when they build the product, they're not just building a product to sell, but they understand the market, they understand the need for it, and they understand how these products can help you. And at the same time, you guys can help them suggest with things like features and all of the things that you require to basically run your business. Both of these guys are over here to help you provide that. So Hanuj, over to you.
Thank you, Udit. Thank you for handing it over. So guys, I think you are able to see my screen. I'll just start the presentation. Yeah, perfect. So I think I'll just hide this box. Keep it over here. Perfect. So yeah, welcome everyone. So this is basically we are trying to value add today. We are trying to help you understand how we can probably start selling your courses online. If you're already doing it, probably I hope you get some additional value of how you can do it better. I have a habit of speaking a bit faster. If I'm going very fast, please feel free to bug in and let us know that I need to go slow. I will be more than happy to do that. Right. So this is let's get started. Yeah. Okay, so this is a bit about us. We have already introduced ourselves. What are our backgrounds? Me, I belong from an education and training industry. So I understand how courses are being built, how curriculums are being built, how the adoption can be measured. And Jimish, being a co-founder of an IT services agency himself, he has built a lot of LMSs over the time and has seen a steep increase in the demand as well. So we understood what existing solutions provide and what are the gaps that existing solutions are having, so that because of which still the founders is low money come to IT agencies like us and want to build an LMS from the scratch. And so there are certain gaps that we are trying to fix it today. So about MihoLearn, we basically edited MihoLearn in August 2020, and the launch it is happening today with you guys. It is being possible because of you guys itself. What is our goal? Our goal is to help 100K professionals to monetize their skills. It could be in any form, right? So yeah, let's get started. Do you want to start earning some extra bucks? I think we don't have a feature to run a poll or something, but I hope you guys can reply on the chat, and I'll probably have a look at it. And yeah, so I hope you guys are willing to getting pumped up to sell and start earning your extra, some extra bucks by selling your skills. And do you want to start monetizing your skills? Obviously, we are here because we want to monetize our skills, but where do we get started from? So say, for example, I myself, I have experience in teaching and training. How do I monetize my skill? There could be a lot of skills that I have. I could be good at marketing. I could be good at finances. I could be good at operations. But what exactly can a person buy from me? What exactly can I sell is what we need to identify first, right? So let's work on it. So what are the ways to monetize your skills? So first thing that comes to mind is an online course. Let me just go ahead and teach everyone out there and try to help them also become a salesperson like me, or probably an operations guy or a program manager or a project manager, whatever that comes to your mind, right? But there are multiple ways to do that, not just one. We have been seeing them around us, but we just don't notice it very significantly, right? So the first one that we talk about, obviously the online courses, and second one is digital download. So what do we mean by digital downloads? If you guys might be aware, but just to people who are not aware about it, say for example, you made a particular format. So say for example, I made a presentation, which is really good format for making a pitch deck. Or say for example, I made an Excel sheet, which is a really good format for making financial projections. Why not just make the format, download the Excel sheet, and make it available for a particular price on MihoLearn as a platform, or any platform that you can think of right away while selling the digital downloads. Right now, we see a lot of people trying to share files, trying to share their formats, but how to monetize them? That's the key question. So this could be one of the way. MihoLearn could be one of the way to monetize the skill. We'll see how, right? Third is memberships, where we see a lot of emailers that are coming out right now. There are companies who run emailers, there are individuals who run emailers, there are communities who run emailers who have some value to give. But why is that value for free? So I as for my understanding, something that comes from for free to any of the customers is not valued as much as something which comes with a smaller price itself. Even if it is 1 rupee or 10 rupees or 1,000, doesn't matter, but something that has some money attached to it has a more value, higher value. People tend to give more time to that rather than something which is totally free, right? So membership becomes a very handy thing for that. You can build a membership. You can just allow people to join in. We are familiar with YouTube communities, YouTube membership, Discord memberships, right? Right now there are a very limited way to Discord to monetize the Discord channels and all. Why not build memberships where you can monetize them in a more familiar and more in an easier manner, right? And the fourth one comes webinar. So we see a lot of webinars that are happening right now. The one that we are attending, if Udit plans to monetize this webinars tomorrow, there are multiple tools, but that needs a integration of multiple tools to do that, right? So why not have one single tool who can do everything of it, right? So that's about webinar. Why not start doing some random webinars every weekly or every fortnightly and just try to monetize it, right? So those are the 4 ways that you can monetize your skill. But since we are talking about courses today, let me narrow it down to the courses itself and not talking much about the rest ones, right? So yeah, now courses. We are aware about EDX, we are aware about Udacity, Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, all sort of those platforms. But how has online education evolved? So it started with MOOCs. Everybody's aware that there were companies who started creating their own courses, edtech companies who create their own courses, build their platform and start selling the courses which are built by them itself. Then came in companies like Udemy, Skillshare, who started giving platform to people like us, you and me, to start selling their skills, where we can build the course and put it live on that platform and try to sell it with the crowd that is already there. So right now, if I plan to sell, say, digital marketing, or say LinkedIn marketing, or say Instagram marketing, I at least would see at least 35 to 36 competitors at least on each platform that I can know of, right? So but again, one more thing is this platform only allowed recorded lectures, and there was very limited interaction between the students and the educators. Then came the toolkits like Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi. All these platforms allowed us to create your own, white labels websites and start selling your courses. But again, these websites were also limited to certain integrations and certain tools and certain provisions. You get all of the data, but again, you're not allowed to sell. You're not able to do a cohort-based learning over here, or you say recorded. You just are limited to recorded learnings over here. You have more interaction for sure, but then again, it is recorded. And if you want to do live lectures, you have to again use utilities like Zoom or any other platform where you can do live lectures, right? So those are the toolkits that we came across. Then comes the hybrids. We are not saying that we are the single player in the market, but yeah, that is one that I know of, obviously. So MihoLearn is the platform which supports hybrid, right? So we'll talk more about it furthermore. So this is the case study, right? So why are we talking about monetizing of skills again and again? Why are we why we have seen sudden rise in monetization of skills in the pandemic especially? So this is just one recorded lectures that we talk about. This is a case study where around 23,434 students enrolled in the month. Total students subscribed over the span was around approximately 13 lakhs. And the weekly earnings were 2,40,000, and total earnings was more than I cannot probably count it right now, right? So this comes as a part of just the recorded lectures. Just imagine where you are interacting with the students, where you are able to give them value, where you're able to interact with them on one-on-one or a one-on-many basis, and they're able to ask questions to you easily. They don't have to rely on an email or a WhatsApp group or something. They just can talk to you in person or on a Zoom call, basically. What kind of impact would that create, right? So this numbers could go anywhere to 3x to 4x, and or probably more than that, in fact, depending on the kind of content that we are delivering, the kind of value that we are providing, right? So that is the impact of digital education that could be created by selling the courses online, by creating your own digital academy. May it be recorded lectures, may it be live lectures, but everything has impact and everything has a side income source that comes with, right? So yeah, how to sell? We talked about there are multiple ways to sell the course on there, sell your digital products. There are multiple products that you can sell, multiple ways to monetize your skills, bearing down to online courses. There are ways you can earn on online courses. There are numbers that we saw, but how do we get started? How do we start? Where do we start from is the major question that everybody in this world has. Like, say for example, if I want to start selling my course, I don't know where to get started from, right? So let's just try to understand how do we get started. So this is a very simple step diagram that I could create for you guys. First of all, I decided that I would like to take it in detail, but rather I would more rely on questions. I'll take a Q&A immediately after this slide, and then probably we can talk more about the furthermore slides that we have. The first step that is involved is identifying the skill that you want to sell and creating the content, right? So say for example, let's take an example. So say I am having a good network of individuals that I'm connected to on LinkedIn. I built it myself. I built it by connecting to people. I built it by using trial and error method, or probably creating value adding content, or trying to identify my audience. I did everything from scratch by using a trial and error method. But now I'm looking to monetize the skill. Where do I get started from? So first is I need to write down what trial and error methods that I use, right? Even before that, I need to understand if I'm really good at it, or I just hit some mark in the blind that I threw, and it just happened. So that's when you start studying about yourself. You try to find common points that you have a lot in your own skill set. So say for example, you have worked for 5 years, right? You might have worked on different roles, but what is that one common thing that you've always contributed to is what you look for, right? So say for example, for me, it would be marketing and operations. And if I choose marketing to take it further, operations is something which is not probably is something that people may not be interested in. Let's talk about marketing probably. So when I come to marketing, okay, I'm like, okay, boss, am I good at inbound marketing or outbound marketing? So say, for example, I have most of the marketing programs that I've led is where I've done inbound marketing and not outbound marketing. So when I talk about inbound marketing, it's more targeted. It's more, users are identified, platforms are chosen, content is created that way, and so on and so forth. That is where I can narrow down that I'm good at inbound marketing. Now let's go further more on it. Which platform do I think I'm very good at? Why? Because I'm able to have maximum engagement over there. So I would list down saying that, okay, boss, I have this much presence on Instagram, I have this much presence on LinkedIn, I have this much presence on Facebook, and some on some other platforms, right? So around that, I for myself, I figured that, okay, boss, I think I'm good at LinkedIn because I am able to generate regular content. I'm able to do it very, very easily, and I'm able to I also think that would add more value to people, and more people would be interested in going for LinkedIn marketing, right? So having said that, I say for example, I choose LinkedIn marketing as a course that I want to sell. Okay, this was the process that I did to identify the skill for myself. It could be different for everyone, but yeah, one point is similar. One, what is the thing that you're good at? You can identify by just trying to find out the common points that you have contributed maximum to across your journey of being a professional. Second, would you be really interested in helping people be good at what you are good at, or would you be more keen on helping them with something else? Probably it could be something else as well. I chose to go with something that I am good with, so I thought of taking that as a step. Third step could be identifying what exactly could be the storyline, what exactly could be something that you could sell, right? So let's talk about LinkedIn marketing as an example, continuing the same example further. So say for example, I chose LinkedIn marketing. Okay, it's very simple. It's self-explanatory. LinkedIn marketing. What I'm going to teach? I'm going to teach LinkedIn marketing. But how? What? Why? Why would people be interested? What would be the value? How would I monetize the value? How would I build a KPI for my audience? How would I identify my audience? How would I help them identify their audience or their goals, right? So that's where the questions arise. So say, for example, the first module could be just talking about who you are, how you are, right? So the first module that I designed for my students was, how do you want to do it? What do you want to do? What are your goals in life? Where do you plan to reach after a couple of years or a couple of months? Or what are your goals with any platform that you start to use? Not just LinkedIn, any platform. Now that they have their goals defined, their targets defined, now I can take them further to saying, okay, boss, let's see how your LinkedIn profile looks like currently. If and only if their goals and their targets are aligned with something that they can get from LinkedIn. All the platforms are not meant for everything. Everybody would agree on that, right? So the platforms are meant for different purposes and different things. So one, LinkedIn is meant for, say, professionals. So I ask them to choose between three goals. Do you want to sell yourself? Do you want to sell and generate leads for your company? Or you just want to, build a brand, right? Build a brand for yourself or for your company, something of that sort, right? So they would end up choosing, that could be the first step, helping understand your audience, what could be their goal and what could be the measuring parameter for their goal or their achievements, right? That could be the first step. This may not be true in all the cases, but yeah, for marketing, that could be one, trying to help your audience set measurement parameters from day one, right? That could be the first step of creating the module. Second step could be starting out to helping them understand of the platform that you're going to talk about. So say, for example, you're going to talk about LinkedIn, so helping them understand what LinkedIn is all about, right? Say, for example, LinkedIn is, say, is a network for professionals. So how does your profile even look professional? Let's work on revamping and optimizing your profile. That could be the second module. So optimization of profile could become a second module for you guys. If you are starting some other course, it could be optimization, or could be, building a platform for something that you're going to teach. So first step is to give them measuring parameters. Second step could be building the platform, and then coming to the third step, let's start imparting learnings to them, right? So the third step could simply be, say for example, for me, if it comes to LinkedIn marketing, the third step could be, how do you identify your target audience, or how can you narrow down your target audience, and how can you reach out to them, right? For anybody else, it could be, so say for example, if you're teaching Python as a programming language on MihoLearn as a platform, or any other platform, you're trying to sell that as a course, third step could be, let's talk about the basic programs that you could write and then try to implement this. Say for example, hello world, or something else on that. So starting with basics, that could be the third model that you can talk about. The fourth model comes at an implementation set. Okay, you identified your key parameters, you optimized your profile, you identify your target audience. Now let's do some action on it, right? The fourth part that would come as an action, that action could be defined in a multiple ways. Say for example, if you're teaching programming, it could be giving them small challenges, it could be giving them bigger challenges and trying to help them solve, or trying to create a team activity, a group activity where they can do things together, right? That could be the fourth part of it. And fifth part could be just identifying and seeing where they grow from zero. Were they able to go from 0 to 1 at least? We are not expecting them to learn too much, but yeah, at least 0 from 1. So how do we measure that? Is now helping them create a content again. So say for example, for Python course, it could be just giving them a problem statement and allowing them to solve on themselves, to help them understand where they are stuck and where they could go do better. And if they're stuck somewhere, probably taking them furthermore on your next module or something of that sort. And LinkedIn marketing, it could just be helping them identify and see what was the change in the reach that they saw on day 1 and probably day 5 of the workshop, right? That could be more about identifying the skill and creating the content. So the biggest pain point that this industry faces is, first is, what can I sell? And second is, how can I sell? Right? How can I sell is going to be answered furthermore, but probably what can I sell has two parts. One, identifying what exactly you want to sell, and what also contains what kind of content you want to sell, and how would you sell it, right? Now in that part, we have 3 more pointers, say recorded lectures, live lectures, or a hybrid content delivery. You can choose any one of it, but if you want to see higher engagement, higher adoption, hybrid and the cohort based learning is the key these days, because people are craving for human touch on everything that they get engaged in. If you see, if you start selling your course on Udemy, the completion ratio would be way less than something that you sell as a cohort-based learning, where you're giving them obviously self-paced learning to do it at their own pace, but also are interacting live with them almost every other day or every fortnight, just to see where they're stuck and where you can guide them further, right? And keeping them motivated across the group. So this would be the step one. If you have any questions for this, I will be more than happy to take. Udit, can we take questions?
Yes, we are looking at Q&A, and
I think we can just continue with wrapping up the whole webinar first, and especially the presentation, and then we can start taking up the questions.
Perfect. That could be also time. Yeah. So I think given that, I would be more than happy if you can note down your questions, and probably I can take it towards but just make sure that you don't forget your questions, or you just don't miss out on asking. I would be more than happy to add value to your life as much as possible, given the whole webinar, right? Coming to the next step is creating how, now that you are ready with the content, now you're ready with what you can sell, let's come to how you take the further process. So further process is divided into 4 different steps. One is marketing, second is selling, third is delivery of content, and fourth is how do you upsell if you want to upsell them something, right? These are the 4 steps that we cover after this. So first, marketing. How do you market? Obviously, you're selling an online course, so you need a digital presence. So creating a landing page with relevant information is the first thing that you go and trace. There are a couple of ways to do it. You can create you can use an existing DIY tool, or you can go for any platform that you would choose for, where you can get something created for yourself if you're willing to spend that much of money, right? Creating a right landing page with right information on the point is what is necessary right now. When I say on the point, it should contain things like what is the course about, what are the contents, but moreover it should contain how you can add value to their life. Who are you and how are you the right person to sell that content to them? So say for example, if I'm selling LinkedIn marketing, if I have 2,000 followers, it's not going to sell, to be very honest. But if I have great engagement, even if I have 2,000 followers, and if I'm getting engagement from 5,000 people, that would be selling as anything, right? So creating right value, showing them how can you be the right person to create value in their life is all about creating right landing pages, telling them who you are, why you are the right person to sell them this course, then talking about what are your contents in the course, and then talking about the price is going to be the massive change that could bring. For one major point that everybody would miss out over here is keeping the pricing dynamic. Just make sure your pricing is very, very dynamic, right? You on day one, you may assume, we take a lot of assumption when we start. So I took an assumption, say for example, that my course would at least give me 5,000 rupees per participant. Nobody would deny. I didn't even make a single sale on that. But if I go furthermore, if I want to make a sale, I'll go down to say 4,000, 2,000, 3,000, and so on and so forth. Then probably I may find the right price, say 599 rupees. Okay, now you may say, boss, I estimated all my earnings based on 5,000 rupees. How can I sell for 599? Right question. But 5,000 rupees, if you are not able to make a single sale, doesn't make any sense. If I'm able to make 100 sale using 599 rupees, is what makes sense, right? Here you are making sale, there you're not making even a single sale, right? That's what makes sense over here. So creating the right landing page with right information and being able to identify right pricing by getting feedback from people is what makes the most sense over here in any digital product industry, right? Okay, now we are set with, you already identified what you want to sell. You are already ready with the content. You have created the landing page. You created right landing page with right content and right communication. Now let's talk about the marketing campaigns. First and foremost, do not try to sell your course directly. Try to sell what you have achieved over the time by creating your own brand, right? So first and foremost, you want to create yourself as a brand, give value to people yourself, and then try to offer something that you could give. So say for example, if I come and tell you that, okay, I run a company called MihoLearn. I have built an LMS, and I think you should buy it. Why? What are the parameters that support that? Nothing, right? But if I say that, okay, I'm Hanoj, I've done training for 7,500 teachers. I understand the pain point that teachers face. I understand the pain point that students face. and I think I can solve that issue, and this MihoLearn is a platform that is supported by solving those issues. Would that make more sense? Definitely, right? So creating a market campaign right is what would make sense. Marketing campaign should always communicate value and not just the pricing. It should also talk about the value that you're going to give, how we're going to take them from 0 to 1. Talking about numbers is what would make wonders. So step 2 could be creating right landing page, identifying the right platform, and creating right marketing campaigns. Right? That brings us to the third step. Now I've identified the skill, I've created the content, I've created landing page, I've created marketing campaigns, everything is set. How do I sell? I've done everything. How do I sell? Now I want to have payment gateway. So integrating the payment gateway would be the third step, because that's how you monetize, right? You have created landing page and everything. Now you integrate payment gateway. This is a very simple step. You go for any payment gateway that you like, integrate it and start selling. Right. Step 4, one of the most crucial steps, delivering the course to audience and students. This is where the key lies. So here you could also divide this part into how do you deliver your content? It recorded, live, or cohort. 3, second, how do you communicate with your students? 3, how accessible are you? 4, how engaging are you? Right? So the first step we talk about, you need to choose if you're going to sell a recorded, a live, or a cohort-based learning. Recorded is when you think your course is self-explanatory, or your content is something that people would want to learn on a self-paced or a kind of hobby, or something that they would want to learn when they're free and not be bound by time. How do you realize that? Start with probably a recorded course. If people are not buying, change it to live plus record, and then probably shift to a cohort-based learning or something that you can do. This is always going to be a trial and error method. I will tell you why. Because if you start or if you stick to one method, you may see a rise in the risk. I hope that you see the rise in the sales, but there would be one point where it would become saturation. It may come saturation if you don't innovate. So I would rather suggest, try to understand what works in your field, what works for your DG. Say for example, if I talk about my experience, if you talk about lifelong learners, which includes anybody who is graduated from college or is a recent pass out and goes up to say 45, 50 or furthermore as well. All of them are seeking a human touch. They are not going to complete your recorded course. Only they are going to complete your recorded course only if it is something that they need badly to learn. And if your course is going to provide that, then they're going to complete it. Otherwise, they're not going to complete it. Right. So giving them a live and recorded lecture, a combo format where you can push them every day to do furthermore. So say, for example, you give module 1, the motivation is down. When you do a live webinar with them or live session with them, you can actually take them from here to the topmost motivation, and then probably take them to module 2 and module 3 and module so and so forth. This is mandatory for the courses which do not have direct impact on the audience that you're targeting. So say for example, if I'm selling LinkedIn marketing, it does have impact, but it will have impact on a longer run. It may not be visible in a shorter run. So that is where recorded lectures won't do wonders, but obviously a mix of a recorded and live lectures would do wonders for you guys. Right? That is one. Second is communication, trying to understand where they're active, right? So I've seen a lot of educators, even the courses that I take up at times, are something that where I get a ping on email, where I get multiple emails a day, where I get added to multiple WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. I get text SMS as well at times, right? So this four of the communication, I mean, same communication coming again and again would bug me the most. I would day 1 leave the WhatsApp group. Day 2, I'll leave the Telegram group. Day 3, I will also get fed up and leave my email marketing campaigns. Why? Because I am a working professional. I don't want to get disturbed. I don't want to get marketing messages, or I don't want to get distracted from my work just because some random guy is trying to make sure that I'm learning his course and continuing his course, right? So here it comes, I trying to identify where your TG is more active. So if your TG is more active on WhatsApp, trying to use tools like Twilio. Why not use Twilio or some other tools which can get into their DMs rather than creating on groups, right? Then trying to avoid as much as sharing your data. So if you create groups, it's a loss for you as well. So you are doing an effort of building marketing campaigns and everything, but what is happening is your data is being shared with other audience as well. They may just reuse it for their own purposes. You never know the other guy who's attending is a marketer like you, or somebody who's going to be working in the similar field, right? So that could be a bad communication. So first is bad and inconsistent delivery that you can eliminate. Second, bad communication, you can just try to figure out what could be the best. for them to do. Third, engaging, trying to embed things like quiz, assessments, and so on and so forth, to ensure that they are getting engaged across the whole course. They're having something or the other that they can measure their learning from and see, be motivated to do the next step as well, right? And fourth one, this is all about delivering the course to audience and students, right? After everything is done, you've identified your skill, you've created the content, you've created landing page, you have done marketing, you have integrated payment gateways, you've done the delivery, recorded live or code-based learning. You have also created right communication channel for your audience. You have also you're also make sure that they are engaging with your quizzes, your assessments and everything. And you're also able to analyze and put up the right pricing and try to tweak the content and all sort of those stuff while doing that. Now comes the part where you would want to upsell something, right? So once they come to your course, they take up your course, now they're gone. Would you want them to go? No, right? So trying to build community with the audience that are already part of this particular course is what the step 5 is all about. So trying to create a community where people can engage with you after the courses as well will help you have a lifelong touch with them. And also, you can also upsell your services to them if you plan to bring up a new course or just to become a consultant or something of that sort. So these are the 5 major steps that you follow when you're building an online course: trying to identify, then trying to market, trying to sell, delivering it right, and building the community so that you can upsell later on, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, these are the 5 steps that we talked about. I also talked about some problems that we face, right? And I also talked about how we can solve it. But can you think of one complete tool that does everything? I'm sorry, I was not able to find one. If you are able to find, I will be more than happy. But if you're not able to find one, here's where MihoLearn comes into the picture, right? What is the problem? So if you talk about integrating payment gateways, you need one different tool. Doing a recorded lecture, you need a hosting service or something. Doing a live lecture, you need a Zoom subscription. Building community, you need Discord or some other community. Talking on WhatsApp on DMs, you need Twilio integration. If you talk about Telegram, you need Telegram, or probably you use Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups. If you don't want to use groups, there are no other options that are available. You need multiple tools to do right content delivery or right selling or right marketing or right community building, right? That is one thing. Now, as we talked, how are you trying to monetize a skill? Monetization of skills comes when you are gaining that skill as well. So I assume a lot of us are working professionals who are trying to sell their skills online, right? So we cannot even let one single hour get wasted because just we are going to juggle between 4 to 5 different tools to manage the things across the globe, right? Across the whole system. So that is basically you need more man hours to to manage all these tools. If not man hours, you'll hire someone, you'll end up paying more. It becomes an expensive affair because you're paying individual tools, you're paying for interns and getting things done, right? What issues does it create? If you're, say, for example, you're using Zoom for your live lectures, recorded lectures you're doing on YouTube, or sharing links with them, or probably having a platform where you're just keeping live lectures, just keeping recorded lectures, I'm sorry, that this becomes an inconsistent content delivery. Why? Obviously, it's inconsistent for you because you are going to use 2 different tools to manage your recorded and live content, but also becomes inconsistent for the students who are going to get it delivered from your end, which also makes you lose on the third factor that we talk about, is lack of key analytics and insights, which is very important. You don't know what is going to work, what is not going to work. So you need analytics on everything. You want analytics on live lectures that you're doing. You want to know what kind of people are attending, what is the attendance, how are they interacting, what are the statistics of the poll and everything. This inconsistent and consistent content leads to lack of key analytics and insights as well. Noisy communication, say for example, right now, if you're using multiple tools for, say, for example, WhatsApp group, Telegram, and emails and everything, there is no way you can narrow it down to one single platform by letting your users choose one single platform, right? What MihoLearn gives you is, okay, boss, you don't want to have any WhatsApp communication, just don't, you won't get it. You just make a choice over here. You don't want any Telegram communication, just make a choice over here. We'll let you choose what is the best way to communicate when you sign up, and we'll communicate to that. And for the educators like yours and you and me, we would just have one single click communication to all the platforms being done very easily in the platform. So that will eliminate the noisy communication that are going to happen. And inability to upsell, because there are no platforms that would give you content delivery as well as the community at one single place. This basically MihoLearn fixes that gap as well by bringing community and the content delivery together. So this is how MihoLearn is going to solve the issues. We'll talk more about it in the next slide as well. But what are the issues being created is inconsistent content delivery, noisy communication, lack of key analytics and insights, and inability to upsell your services, right? How do we resolve it? We are an ecosystem. I would say we are firstly an ecosystem over here. We are not just an LMS platform. Why ecosystem? Because we are building with the community. This is our first launch. We are more than happy to hear your feedbacks and build with you. I got a call from Gautam the other day before we launched. He mentioned that what are the problems he faces from other LMSs, and then how can we do it better. So we are more than open to have your feedbacks on how we can improve, how we can take it further and build accordingly. We are here to build with the community and not just build something that we think is important for you, right? So right now what we have covered already is digital presence. We are creating a white labeled website, and we are also planning and bringing up web mobile application as well. But this is obviously part of the future roadmap. But yes, we will be bringing it for sure. Then we have storefront, where we have given a provision to add about, contact page, course pages, and other pages for sale as well. You will be able to create other landing pages as well if you feel the need to be. Third, one-to-one communication between students and instructor. You'll have one-to-one chat box on the platform. You'll have WhatsApp integration. You'll have Telegram integration. You'll have email blast integrations available. So you can do all the kinds of communication from the platform. You don't need to switch between any other platform. Content delivery, have pre-recorded and live lectures, live session content. So pre-recorded, we allow you to upload a video on our system or probably share an embedded link as well. You can just upload your video on YouTube and share the link with us. Perfectly fine, works well. If you don't want to do that, you have your lecture recorded, just upload it on a system. Our system will take it to a premium video service, streaming service provider, Vimeo, which you all guys know of. And that would become a best streaming services for you. You don't have to worry about the bandwidth issues. You don't have to worry about the storage issues at all, right? So that becomes both the ways we have given you. If you want to get rid of storage issues, upload a YouTube video. If you got to get rid of the bandwidth issues, just upload your video, and that's it, right? Then we have community, obviously, where you can, after selling of the course or before even selling the course, you can make people part of the community and start engaging with them, and obviously upsell your services or something like that, right? So those are the 5 key pillars on which MihoLearn is going to be built. Integration that we are offering, I have just gave the integration that we are offering right away that we have already identified. I've written a lot more just because we want to hear from the community what integrations are you looking at, and we will be building those. We have created a very simple form on our website where you can just request an integration, and depending on the demand of that particular integration, we'll be adding those as well. So we have a single motto here. We at MihoLearn are building an ecosystem to sell a digital digital product business, and we would like to build it with the community and not otherwise. Right? Do you have any questions? We can just take it further.
Absolutely. That was one amazing presentation where you explained the whole vision of Miho, how it is totally different from all the other platforms out there, how you have like one single platform for everything related to your digital business. I can see a ton of questions already out there, and different questions are coming in the chat box as well. Guys, always ask your questions in the Q&A tab, because that's how we will be able to track all your questions. But don't mind, I've already seen the questions in the chat. I'll answer those as well. I'm not gonna miss them. So right now, I want to ask you a simple question. Who wants to see MihoLearn live in action? Just type in live. Okay, just typing in me. All right, anything. All right, people are saying, let's do it live. Awesome. And guys, I can see so many people are also tagging us on our Instagram, taking screenshots of our presentation, etc. Don't worry, we have a giveaway in the end. Stay till the end, and you will, one lucky person is gonna win the lifetime deal for this amazing platform you just saw. So keep the questions coming in. Udit, what do you suggest? Do we take questions right now? Because there are like 2 technical questions. I think some of them can be answered while we present. What do you suggest?
I think we can do probably the product demo, because that will probably solve a lot of questions, a lot of roadmaps, what's coming up, how things will be, the plans and everything. I think we can talk about all those things, and that would pretty much solve about like I think 30 to 40% of the questions already, and then we can get going from there at that point of stage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In that case, let's begin because people are like excited. They've already commented. Let's get started with the, your screen share.
Now, just one request, guys. Please make sure that you're asking your question in the Q&A section, because we will be taking up the questions only over there and not on the chat. Because last time we did, a lot of questions got skipped by in the QA section. So please make sure to add in all your questions, whatever it is, in the QA section to ensure that all of them gets answered in the exact same format, which is the first one who asks the question, that question will be solved first. Hanuj, Jimish, who wants to take up on the demo?
I think Jimish will go ahead with the demo. He has all systems set. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen.
Perfect.
So yeah, so first of all, we have we have our website on place. So whoever wants to buy LTD, they can go on the PitchGround and do it. So we have this website, and all the information related to MihoLearn can be accessed through the website. When you click on, when you come on the website, there are two call to action. Like one is get started and sign in is there. So when you click on get started, if you want to try out the dummy account, demo account, you can go ahead and start your free trial. You can go to PitchGround and buy LTD. And if you have already purchased your LTD, you can come to the sign up page where you can enter your code and sign up using your name and email and password. So I'm going to just log in from here. So this is how the login page looks. I have an account which we were trying out. So I'm just going to log in through this. So this is the dashboard that you see, guys. Any kind of help required is there on our support link. So if you have any kind of confusion, if you don't see something that or if you forget something that what to do and all, everything is available on the support link. So go ahead and try it out. So it is a tour kind of thing. These are the statistics that are available. There will be more coming on for sure. This is the recent activity that you have been doing on MihoLearn platform. So right now we have two major clickable actions, products and dashboards. All the things are coming up very soon, like membership, messaging, coupons, emails, audiences, affiliate accounts, sales accounts. So everything will be going live on a few day basis or weekly basis. So that information is also available on the roadmap which we have shared on our website. So when you come on the products, we have products tab over here where you can getting started, which is support link. So you can get the information over there. You have added few products here. So those products will be available to see, like three of them are published, who are in draft mode. So customers won't be able to sign up for those things. So whenever you, let's say you want to create a product, so you create a product, we have enabled online
52
course.
attendees, 51.
We have created online course as enabled. We are going to enable these also very soon. And here you add your title. So let's say I want to learn Node.js. So I'm a developer, so I'm going to create a so I'm keeping this as a title. I will have a product description. So I will keep some informative text over there. So this you can actually style it however you want. It will be available on the customer side as well. You will have a nice product image which is representing your course. So I am going to put a simple image. and which will be uploaded to the servers. If I have a YouTube link or preview video link, I can put it here and I can create this product. So this product got created successfully. Now here I'll be seeing all the customers and comments and all, but right now it's just created. So I'm going to add few sections. So right now there's nothing available on this course, right? So there's like content and pricing and all. So we are going to add few sections. So let's say introduction section is there. And again, I can put some introduction section. I'll just save this. So this section is available here. In a section, you can add, again, you can add these contents, like you can add a file for users to download. You can add a video, you can add a text. So let's add a file. So I am going to add a simple file here, which will be, yeah. Okay, so I am going to add this. So this is added to the server, and I can add one more section. I can add few so I can add bullet points like this is. And we can do like any breakdowns, anything. It's basically a text section. However you want to style them, you can do it. So this is there. I can add one more section. I can add a video. Either you can provide a YouTube link or you can provide a video to upload, which will be uploaded to Vimeo servers. So I'm uploading a sample video. Okay, so video uploaded, and I can add this section. So this is how you keep on adding sections and sections through your, however big is your courses, you can add these. By clicking on publish, you can publish this course to your own, site. So this was like proper course, how you add and all. So if you want to keep this course free, you can keep it free. Then if you want to have some pricing done, then you can set it up over here. Yeah. So dashboard is, so coming back to dashboard and showing you how this course will look to in customers, like your customers, like whoever tutor is there, they will be having more students and all. So you can go to your site settings. You can upload your brand video, brand logo and favicon here, what the site name will be called. So I can update this information. I can again, let me download few logo. So coming back here, so I can upload and logo and everything here, and I can keep saving those changes. I can have my PayPal key and Razorpay key. More integrations are coming. How to create a key, that is all documented over here in detail. We have done this quite a few times with different accounts. For the Razorpay also, we have done this. So you can just follow the links and create your live keys. You can host this application on your Miho subdomain or your custom domain. If you want on your custom domain, there is a domain settings file which is available. Like one example is given of GoDaddy, but it is similar to other DNS providers also. You just need to add this IP address in your domain, so it will be hosted on your domain as under your plan. So yeah, so if I'm going to take this subdomain and save changes, I can just go to that link, and you can see the branding which came here. Here the favicon is there, the title is there, whichever we put, and you can see this course live as we already published it. And by clicking on the view course, this is actually the customer's side. They can log in through their credential if they've already signed up. If they haven't signed up, they can sign up here and they can buy the courses. There will be buy courses and all available through this link. So this homepage also you can make it by yourself. So just go to site settings, edit site, and you can actually edit all the text that you see here, all the images that you see here. You can add this pre-titles, titles and descriptions. You can add your about us, whatever you like. So it is all customizable. So you just need to put in details and it will reflect over here. So yeah, this is the like MihoLearn status as of now. We have a roadmap in our footer. If you go to the website, we have a Trello link over here where you keep on seeing the like features which are built and we will be bringing it online to you. So, and we have a support link also, which Hanuj will be sharing with you. Any bugs or anything which you don't see working or anything, you can just give it to us and we will be taking care of them. Yeah. So this is where I am. Back to the entry page. Yeah.
Can you talk about all the upcoming features specifically one by one, and when exactly are they coming out this month?
Sure, I can probably jump in on that one. I'll just open up the roadmap so that it becomes easy for us to talk about each and every feature, right? So let me just do that and share my screen. Just give me a second. Perfect. Perfect. So this is what we have in roadmap for now. We are more than happy to add more features and more integration. You can just submit your request by clicking on this one, and you will get a form link over here. You can just fill up the form. It's very dynamic form. Are you a user or not? It's basic 4-step form. It will not ask you a lot of questions. I'm sure about that. And as we see a demand for a particular integration or a particular feature, we'll be more than happy to add them to the roadmap as well. That we'll also be running a couple of polls in the community page of PitchGround, where you can also vote for a couple of integrations or features, and we can probably help get them as well, right? So these three are the primary features that you're looking at, which you can see in next 15 days. You'll see Zapier integration in next 5 days. You'll see USD currency support in a couple of days. It's a 2 to 3 days max. And you'll see OAuth based Zoom integration. Why I specifically mentioned OAuth based Zoom integration is you'll not have to leave the system at all. Your students will not have to leave the system at all while attending the lectures. They'll feel that it is happening on MihoLearn and on your platform, on your custom domain, and not somewhere else, right? So that is how we're going to integrate Zoom over here. This you will see in 21 days maximum. Meanwhile, while we're working on this one, we are also be working on completing the course part of it. So the whole course or whichever feature mentioned that there are course in it, it would be done by maximum in the third to fourth week of June. And we'll be having all this coming Q3 features being completed by the end of Q3. Major features, if I talk about, the custom activation time will be done in the upcoming week. Minimum maximum partition will be done in the upcoming week. Custom URL will be done in next 2 weeks. Course availability, unavailability will be done in the next upcoming week. Progress tracker will be done in the 3rd week of June. Creating course category will be done in 3rd week of June, since it is not much of a priority. If it is, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to move it further as well. Courses storefront custom arrangement of products. Again, it is not very much, a die-hard feature that we think as per our understanding. If you feel it's more important for you guys, just let us know. This again in the third week. Storefront category wise sorting is again in the third week. Analytics is part of the third week, but early third week, I would suggest. I would say that. And subscribe to upcoming courses pre-launch is in the part of the fourth week. System-wide, more triggers. When I say we'll have one trigger for now going Zapier in the next week, but apart from that, more triggers we are coming in, and we'll have that coming in up in say third week of June itself. System-wide community is going to be part of the month of I think we'll be doing it in July and not before that. Product creation bundle will be doing it again in July. Creating selling digital downloads will be again done in July. On platform chat July. WhatsApp and communication again in July. These are all Q4 right now because we are not sure what kind of requirements would come from your end. So if you guys are pushing in a lot of features that you want us to build, we have kept a Q3. We have kept some time in Q3 to give you those features first, and then move to furthermore building to more different type of products. We are trying to focus on creating courses and digital downloads perfect for Q3, and then moving to Q4 and further more features. Q4 would majorly concentrate on assignment modules, creating and selling memberships, adding design templates to the site that you are seeing right now, analytical reports. So we'll have basic analytical reports obviously being pushed in Q3 itself, but more in detail, which includes data analytics as a machine backend, would be done in the Q4 as well. And card and wishes for course will be Q4 itself. Enhancement in UX, we are going to introduce a new UX and UI feel all together across the system with our team, which will be pushed in Q4. Coupon code creation would be pushed in Q4 itself. We have, when I say future features, these are marked as future features because we are very much sure that we'll be able to deliver everything by Q4 end. But if in case there are certain bumps that we see, or there are certain demands of additional features in the previous module that we mentioned, we'll be more than happy to inculcate them. But few future features will have white label mobile app, AI-based content creation system inbuilt. When I say AI-based content creation system, is we are going to use GPT-3 in the system itself, where you can probably make better titles and make better content for yourself by using that particular module in itself. We'll have marketplace where we will help you sell your courses. You can just turn the toggle on from the MihoLearn system, and your course will go live on MihoLearn marketplace, where we'll have our own community of students and lifelong learners who can just buy your course. This won't be having any commissions added to it on a sale or something. If you buy a particular, if you're part of an LTD, you'll get some access to marketplace as well, and affiliate marketing system as well, right? Whatever modules you see over here are part of LTD as well.
Yep, that's a common question that comes among our users. Okay, will the updates come to the LTD buyers? Yes, the updates are coming.
The whatever is mentioned in the roadmap right now is meant for you guys and for you guys only.
Perfect.
It just now depends whether you guys want to make the roadmap even more complicated. We would love that. Just go ahead and post your request. And as always, without you guys, the product is useless, right? We're building the product for you guys. The product is completely designed for you guys, and things will kept on be building as per your request. The entire Miho team is, I think, so far one of the most ultra-friendly team when it comes to listening feedbacks, because we have been working with Miho team for almost over 6 months, and every single thing that we do request them for, they get it done. So we know that they have the capability, and the entire team is really very good in terms of getting things done. There could be some ups and downs because of the COVID challenges that we are facing in India at the moment. But regardless, anything that you guys are requesting for will be added, because again, that's the whole point of delivering a very robust system. And more than that, I think I'm more excited about the upcoming UI UX, brand new UI UX changes that are coming up. That got a bit delayed because of COVID. There were a lot of COVID complications for the last 2.5 months in India. That really delayed a lot of plans. So they kept on focusing more on the feature side and less on the UI UX side, which is going to be coming out very, very, very soon. And I can tell you guys, it's going to be incredibly powerful. So let's start taking up all the questions. Guys, again, if you have any questions, keep dropping them in the Q&A section. One best question is going to win a Miho core, right? So make sure that you ask your questions. And again, let's see you. which questions the founders will pick as the best question where it makes them very tricky to answer, right?
Yep.
All right. Jimish, you want to switch on your video because we'll be taking up a lot of questions. So maybe if you, either one of you can start.
Sorry, I thought it was on. Sorry.
Okay. All right. No worries. Okay. To begin with, we have the very first question from Hansel. It's actually a big one. So I'm gonna chop it off into multiple questions. So the first question is: Will Miho allow you to send scheduled messages for expiry of subscriptions 2 days prior to the expiry date?
I'm not sure of what subscription are we talking about over here.
So let's say that I sell a subscription for a course, right? I don't want to sell my course for one time. I want to sell it on subscription. It can be $10 per month, right? As long as you have a subscription, you have access to it, and I could be uploading videos every month, right? So will there be an auto email being sent for something like this?
So if in case your course is something which is in the drip module, kind of where the modules are going live time by time, yes, we have a trigger for that, which will automatically send mails to students on when it is going live and when it is live. 2 triggers we have already set. We're also going to bring it further where you can set custom triggers for the same. But when we talk about subscription, we have not really worked on that flow. But yes, if we see a lot of need for that, we can probably work on the subscription flow as well for the courses particularly. Yes, when we go live with a membership, which is totally dependent on the subscription amount, yes, we have that over there.
So I think what we can possibly do is when we push up the membership subscription feature that's going to come up, maybe we can add the same subscription feature on the billing end on the courses as well, maybe.
Sure, we can probably look into that for sure.
Perfect. Maybe you want to write down these notes because there's going to be a lot of questions. So
yeah, to bring up.
Yeah.
So we are planning to bring up something like a modified plan for LTD buyers. So if you're buying some plan today, whenever we go live with our normal plans, with any add-ons or any features that are not part of an LTD deal, you'll have special plans for that, and you will not be paying normal as what other customers will be paying for sure.
Hansel, I'll shortly connect you with Hanuj after the call. Just ping me on Facebook, and I'll connect you to Hanuj over Facebook. Guys, again, if you have taken all the offers, just let us know. If you're excited about it, let us know. You have 3 hours to really avail this offer. Once you make the purchase, drop in your review. Just send out an email to support@miholearn.com, and Miho team will be happy to add the offer. Before we wrap up this incredible webinar, guys, do you want to add anything else? Anuj?
Jimish, do you want to add anything? I think I'm good enough, but I would just like to add one thing. Like as we did for workspaces, we were honestly, to be very honest, we have not decided that we will open up workspaces like this. But since we saw a lot of interest in that, we opened it up. Similarly, we are more than open to your feedback. If you give us a right feedback and if we see a lot of demand for any integration or any feature, we'll be more than happy to bring that up in our roadmap and bring it faster to you guys.
Awesome, guys. Once again, guys, we really thank you for all the support. We will be announcing the winners very